I blue screened. It's a wonderful thing about PlayStation when you're streaming from the console. When you blue screen, it ends your stream immediately, which is very, very frustrating. I apologize for that. I'll probably remove the other stream after today's stream. It's kind of frustrating that we got cut off so abruptly. So hopefully I'll just give everybody a chance to migrate back over here to this stream, hopefully before we get going again. And I don't know. Hopefully everything works with me today and the internet will cooperate and we'll be able to actually do a stream. Just crossing my fingers here. If things don't work out, I'll just go and work on making an actual video, I guess, and release that. But yeah, we'll give everybody a chance to find this stream after so abruptly getting disconnected from the last one. It's kind of frustrating. Kind of frustrating, to say the least. Oh. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to get a capture card and just stream from my PC. Make things a little bit easier, I guess. It's mildly irritating that I'm having to start over today because I blue screened. So yeah, let's attempt again to get into server and see what happens. I don't have a clue what went wrong just then. So we'll have to see how things go and play it by ear. Mildly irritating. But yeah, for any of y'all who've managed to get back over to this stream, man, it's mildly frustrating. So yeah, check in that check in that comment section. Let me know how you're doing, who we got with us. Introduce yourself. I'll give you a shout out on the stream. Start a conversation while we wait on this load screen before we blue screen again and everything falls apart. Yeah, I'm probably going to go and remove that last live stream while we're waiting because there really is no point keeping that one up. So let me go and yeah, get rid of it while we're waiting on the load screen. A whole couple minutes long before we got so abruptly disconnected. Let's see here. Just gonna unlist that last stream. There's no point keeping it up because, yeah, don't need it cluttering up my channel when there really wasn't much to it. So as we were before we so abruptly blue screened, checking out a potential decent camp spot. It seems this time there's liberators here instead of super mutants. So yeah, this place does have static enemy spawns, so it could be problematic to build at. Oh, come on. There we go. Dude, those liberators are freaking stout. Anybody else? There's one down here. Just a quick double tap. I don't normally play with a shotgun character, so it's a bit of a learning curve for me. Let's clear out these guys real quick. Yeah, this isn't where we're going to build today. I've got a camp spot already picked out. But, yeah, this is a potential build location. Now, it says red, but that's because my tent is right up there. But, you can place your camp in this location. It would be neat for a, like a pre-existing type scrappy build. But if we continue up this hill, you can follow these trails. And so we're just right above the ammunition factory. You can see the stacks right there. If you just come north of the ammunition factory, you can find these trails up here. And a whole lot of pre-existing things that you can build into if if you so chose. Just follow the trails. There's a campground right up here that could be really cool for a camp as well. And here we got a an area with like a, looks kind of, I don't know, maybe not really burned down, but okay. Liberators everywhere up here. Holy cow. Yeah. Well, anyways. I guess every spot comes with their pros and cons. But yeah, we get this campground up here, which could be cool to build into. I'll take that Nuka-Cola. I might need it later. Yeah, nice little campground. Could be a cool spot to build a camp, maybe. So got all this stuff here, and you can drop your module down if you so chose. So this is a pretty cool spot. I actually kind of like this one, but not going to be building here today. Maybe later though. Never know. Never know. This is reserved in my mind. I'm thinking of building something up here, possibly. And let's see, we're going northwest now. I think there's a bit of an overlook up here. Yeah, it's a cool area to say the least. But yeah, let's jump over to where we're actually going to be building today. Like I said, in the other stream, northwest of Prickett's Fort. We got a spot right up at the border of the map, if I could get, you know, where I could fast travel. It's being kind of tricky today. Hopefully our stream don't get cut off by another unfortunate blue screen. But anyways. Do 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 do. I know it's early. It's a lot earlier than I usually stream. But just found myself a little bit bored today, and I realized it's been a while since I came and hang out. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So we spawn up past the border fence. So yeah, we're right up here on the little fence that surrounds the game, where the border is. Now this spot is a little tricky to work with because all of these trees, you can't bulldoze them. So yeah, here's what I was thinking about building, and I don't know how well it's going to work out. Let me go over to my scoreboard. I want to build something inspired by, and I hope this music doesn't get me demonetized somehow. I've seen situations where the in-game music ends up getting, well, anyways. So here's what I'm looking at. I don't have the Hunter's Lodge yet, so looking at this, and I'm thinking, I wonder if it would be possible to build something inspired by this that kind of looks like it. Judging by appearances, it is a 3 by 3 maybe? Yeah, 3 by 3 with a porch along the top. Possibly, unless the dimensions of it are a little wacky and it's actually a 2 by 2. I don't have the lodge, so I don't know the actual dimensions. But thinking it might be possible to build something akin to this. It'd be kind of tricky, but using the wavy Willard walls and a little bit of persistence, we might be able to get something done. Maybe. Maybe. It's going to be tricky. Yeah, it's going to be real tough, especially that the glass window at the top. Because if it is a 3 by 3, doing that glass at the top will be really, really challenging. Maybe. But yeah, I got that noted mentally, what we got going on here, and yeah, how are we going to pull it off? I don't know. Do I have enough space here to do it? That's another thing. So I might not be able to build something one-to-one, but the goal is to do something inspired by it, and maybe make a few changes here and there. So let's go to our floors, and let me make sure I have my perks right before we get started. Because, okay, we do have the perks are right. Alright, cool deal. Alright, so here's the thing with this spot. And I may have to change spots, but I really like this spot, so I want to use it to the best of my ability. But as you can see, you can't merge through this fence. And even though I can build on this side of the fence, and I can build on this side of the fence, I can't build anything that overlaps the fence. And over here, all these trees are not bulldozable, so I'm kind of fenced in. So we got a few limitations going into this camp. Things that are going to dictate where we can and cannot build. So yeah, let's just go ahead and I guess the game plan is going to be we'll figure out how big of a footprint we can actually fit in here. I think best bet would probably be to start over here, and we're just going to bodge down some foundations and see how far we can go with it. And then we'll make some adjustments from there after we get everything snapped in. We'll change heights, we'll change layouts. So once we can see the amount of area we can work with for this house. Or a cabin. It's been a while since I built a cabin. So we're going to build a cabin. Maybe something lore friendly. Maybe like a scrappy cabin. Could be kind of fun. Seems we got a decent amount of space that we can work with here. Yeah, and I can still go out this way some. Yeah, so don't want to go much closer to this because these tree limbs will come into it. So yeah, here's the amount of space we can actually work with, which actually is a mountain of space, come to think of it. Let's go to the build camera here. Yeah, we've got a really large area we can work with. And we still got space on this side to twist it, turn it, pull it away, pull it in, however we want to go about it. So we got a lot of space here. And I'm not sure what I want to build yet. I mean, like I said, I'm all over the place. I'm thinking maybe a scrappy cabin, maybe something inspired by the lodge. I'm not sure. If you guys have any suggestions or ideas, drop them in the comments. Be sure to let me know. And hey, if there's anything that you want to talk about, anything you're having trouble with, any questions you have on things that you want to build, be sure to drop them in the comments as well, and I'll try to cover those as we go along. Alright, so here's what we got, and here's where we are. Absolutely clueless what I'm doing here, so this is going to be all off the top of my head. Alright, let me think. Okay. I got a mountain of stuff in my storage from the last camp that I abandoned that I haven't deleted yet. Alright. Scrap sounds cool. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, doing something something world friendly here. Instead of something super clean and nice. Trying to figure out how high I want the build to be up off the ground. That's going to be another thing. I think that's probably a little high. And maybe if I get about right here at ground level, might work well. So let's just remove that, remove this. Yeah, that seems about right. And what's going to be cool is I can use this world fence in the build too. It's kind of like, you know, a perimeter fence around the structure. So we're playing into what's here and then adding on top of it. And I am thinking scrappy for sure, 100%. Might even revisit a little bit of what I did with the Cryptid Hunter's cabin on this, but make it better. Make it better than last time. We got the new lodge fireplace that we can work with, so that could be really cool. Yeah. Maybe make a few changes here and there. But I'm also thinking about that prefab and the way that it's designed, maybe doing something, you know, like it, you know. So maybe some wall merging to build something really cool in the front, and then say have a covered porch. And I have some ideas for that covered porch and how to make it all work. So yeah, just trying to figure things out here. First things first, I believe we're gonna have to figure out where the front of it's gonna be, and figure out that stone border. Now, I don't know if I should do the whole perimeter in the wavy Willard walls. Uh, that could work out. The entire, instead of doing standard underpinning, do an entire perimeter on the bottom in wavy Willard walls, and then building up the structure on the interior part of it. So that's a thought that we could do too. I'm just trying to look at this and figure out the layout of everything, and we're just gonna go from there. So let's see. I'm like jogging my mind here to figure out, because I'm trying to visualize the entire structure in my head before I get going, because I know that the order in which that I build these objects, if I don't do it all right the first time around, which I'm not, I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. There's going to be a lot of backtracking. I'm going to have to go back and tear things out, redo things. And what I'm thinking here, and this is going to be really hard to do, especially with going freehand on a lot of this stuff, is using these wavy Willard stone walls to do the underpinning underneath the cabin. And that's going to come with all of its own challenges. Like if we can line this up here, and snapping is on. Come on, snap in there. Turn green. It's not. Wait, I had it for a second there. Alright, so with the snapping on, there's slight overlap in the two walls. So what I have to do is I got to make sure I get the spacing correct on the sides, you know, to go around foundations. And also, it's going to have to go in two different directions, because, you know, it's like on this one end, you don't have an end cap or whatever. So one end's going to have to be turned reverse or whatever. You have to start from, you know, where you have your stairs going up onto the porch. So it's going to be something like this. And then everything from here, I got to make sure I have these alignments right, and this has got to snap in. And then we got to wrap the entire structure like so, going around it. So freehanding all these rotations is going to be kind of tricky. But that's the game plan, maybe, using these for underpinnings, going around the bottom of the structure, having contemporary porches or the log porch. Probably contemporary. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking for the porches, because we want this to be a little rundown, I'm thinking the haunted porches. But on top of that, covering up the top of the porches to have, you know, that deck on the upper floor. Maybe using the ranch ceilings. We'll see. We're going to have to test a bunch of things first before we get going, to see if the ideas are going to work, and then go from there. So, as a start, we've got our wavy Willard walls that are going to be our underpinnings, combined with the haunted house porch foundations to go on the porch portion of it, with the maybe these stairs right here. I'm not sure which stairs yet. Fishnizzle, good day, y'all. How you doing, Fishnizzle? All right, so we got maybe these stairs. I'm thinking these ones possibly. We're gonna do like this abandoned type of lodge out in the woods, and to not detract from the front of the house, where I'm going to have that big window up top, I think we'll have the lodge fireplace, the new one, right here. I think we're going to have this off to the side of the house, so we're going to have a fireplace sticking up. It's going to go all the way up, like so. Now, the crappy thing about these stone fireplaces, as you see, I haven't built any lights yet, except for this one. All the extensions count against your light budget, so it's kind of a bummer. But yeah, do something like this, maybe, going all the way up, to the top of the house, and we're gonna have clean, clean roof lines, overhanging soffits, the whole 9 yards on this. So it's gonna be challenging. I don't foresee us getting it all done today. I mean, there's a chance we might have something of substance done by the time I end stream today. But yeah, these are kind of the ideas that I have in my head. I want to have these wavy Willard stone walls as the foundations, and then I want the stone fireplace on the side, and the big glass window on the front. And yeah, using these porches and having a upstairs deck that's going to come out over top of this. So we got a couple things to figure out, and we're going to have to see how they all blend together to bring it all together. All right. So first thing I want to see, I want to get some stairs in here real quick. I want to see how the upper floors are going to interact with the porch and how it's going to look. What's it saying now? So items floating. All right. So we probably need to pull this away for a second. And this is kind of one of the first things, in build order. You got to know how the pieces are going to interact with each other and how you're going to get them to go in. So you see, we can't just simply build over top of the porch with the floors. We have to build the floors first and then build the porch. And looking here, as you can see, we've got a gap here. It's not the end of the world. What I'm thinking is possibly floating in a row of roof pieces around the porch that's slightly lower than the upper floor. So what we could do that real quick, just to see how it's going to look together, I'm going to go ahead and get a floor in here real quick. And, well, I'm probably going to come over to here with it. And this is just going to be establishing the heights for everything. So we need to come down about the thickness of an upper floor, about yay high. And what we're going to have to put in a full wall. And just go ahead and slap in a flat roof, if it will let us. Here we go. Alright, so this is going to have to come over and snap in underneath. And let's go to the build camera real quick, and I'll show you guys and gals where this is going to line up. You see, it kind of lines up exactly at where this floor piece stops, and hopefully, and it looks like it will actually cover up this gap that's in here, so there isn't going to be this gap whenever I build the porch. And that's the game plan. We're going to run a layer of roof pieces underneath the upper floor, where the upper deck is going to be above the porch. And to see how well this works or doesn't work, we're going to go ahead and scoot that over, slide in another roof piece, and see if it clips in. And as you can see, it does snap in. No problem there. And I'm just going to remove this one real quick. And yeah, so this is kind of how the front of it's going to look. We're going to come... Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It works. It works. It works for me. Yeah, that's fine. That'll work just fine. And then on the upstairs railing, I'm not sure what I want to use yet. Do I want to use something like these? Do I want to use... Which I don't have the plans for them. If I did have the plans for them on this character, these could be kind of neat, the barbed wire fences. Later on, I could probably come in with another character that knows them on a second account and build them in, potentially. I could go with those, or I could go the easy route and go with these. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I mean, this is going to be like kind of a rundown place, so maybe the railings were broken and they had to rebuild them back, and they just, cobbled this together around the upper deck. So that's kind of the thought process I have going here. And yeah, so this is the plan. This is what we're doing here. Hopefully it all works out. And the crazy thing is, we have to have these upper floors in before we put in the porches. So I have to figure out where everything's going to go, get everything going. I have to get the wavy willard walls in first around the perimeter of the camp itself before I can build the rest of the house. So we got to start from the foundation up. So that's kind of the plan. We're going to have these around the base. We're going to have this porch in with the deck above the porch, utilizing upper floors and a roof piece to cover that gap that there is between the... and let's take a look on the inside of this, see if there's anything that looks out of place on the underside. Yeah, we got a little bit of the roof piece kind of clipping through, but I got an idea. That way we can match it. I could probably use the haunted house roof on the flat and actually match. Yeah, that matches. So it doesn't actually look like anything's merged there. And it matches really well. So yeah, that's probably how that's going to go on the underside, just to blend it so it doesn't look out of place. We use the haunted roof along with the haunted house porch. Yeah, works for me. Alright, so that's the game plan. So I guess all we got left to do now is build it. Attempt to build it. For now, I'm going to keep this piece right here, I believe. Somehow, let me see. I can't... Well, I can snap off one more. I'm going to keep... I'm going to keep this one foundation over here just to keep this height set for me so I don't have to do it again. Alright. And, yeah. That's the game plan. So we're going to just pull these out and try to get started here. Yeah, try to get started here. Figure out how this is all going to come together and just piece it together one piece at a time. We'll get the first floor done and the upper deck in. And then we're going to have to go from, yeah, try to figure out how it's all going to come together. Thinking if I want to do a wraparound porch on the top. Let me take another look at that prefab real quick, because that's what I'm kind of cheat sheeting off of. Let's see. So go back down here. Okay, so they do have a... Alright, alright. Now that's going to be interesting on the side. I might be able to use defensive posts to make the pillars on the side of the house. So you see the upper porch wraps all the way around. And we got a intersecting soffit on the side. And that's going to be fun to build. Some of these details on it are kind of interesting. So, yeah. We got stairs on the exterior, stairs on the interior. Trying to figure out how I want to do all the stairs and whatnot around it. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. And 3, 4 across. 4 across on the porch, or the upper, on the deck. 3 across on the porch, and I don't have a picture. I don't have an image of the back side of this. Oh yeah, I do. It's just a window on the back side. So it looks like maybe there's a side door coming out, or there would be. Yeah. Okay. And all right. So dimensions wise, we're gonna have a 3x3 on the interior. So this is gonna come up here. 2, 3x3 on the interior. Then on the exterior side, we've got nothing here. We've got some more wavy willards is what we're going to use here. We're going to be using just the, well, that's the door. Just the columns over here. So this is going to tie into. Let me go back to that haunted porch and see if I've got anything that'll slightly match it. I might have to go contemporary instead of haunted, because I'm thinking on those posts I want to be able to match it as close as I can, and the closest thing I have to match would be using the picket fences. and the picket fences don't match the color tone of the haunted porch foundation. Now, I could run the porch all the way around on the bottom side. I'm not a huge fan of that idea. But if I use these instead, I mean, this is an option. And then on top of it, I mean, these could work better. Actually, I don't know. I could use ranch roofs, so we could have clean roof under here with the ranch roofs to an extent. Actually, yeah, the ranch roofs would actually cover up. Yeah, I might use ranch roofs instead, transitioning from the porch above, or the deck above, to the porch below. Because the ranch roofs, they have the exact same material. They're the exact same color and everything, so it would actually match having the ranch roof up here, painted white. Now, of course, on the bottom side, it would end up being, clean. I mean, it's not the end of the world, though. But I don't know yet, because it's like, all this is just because of the fact that I don't have a fence post that's going to match. See, these match the contemporary spot on. But the only other option is red, which, yeah, it's very, very red, so I don't know if I want to use a red picket fence or use red picket fence with the haunted porches, or go with the contemporary porches where it can all completely match and have the matching white picket fence coming off of the top of these defensive walls, or defensive, the wavy willards, columns, whatnot. Kind of something like this coming up off of that underneath the porch. But this is going to be lower into the ground, which is another struggle we're going to have, is getting these set down in the ground. So it's going to be something we're going to have to figure out as we go along, if we're going to copy the look of that. But yeah, we're also adding in, this lodge fireplace is going to be over here to this side of the room. It's going to be sticking up. It's going to be overhanging outside the wall and going all the way up. So we've got to wrap this with the wavy willards. We've got to figure out how the back porch is going to go, the entryway, whatnot. So we're looking at possibly having stairs right here that go up to the porch. I'm trying to think how this is going to go, actually. So if we got the front gable, so this right here is going to be on the second floor. Let me just find something that doesn't cost too much to build. Read that. On the second floor at the top, it's going to have the intersecting A-frame that's going to go into the top, the top roof, whatever. The roof that runs kind of this way. So it's going to have, yeah. It's going to have a by 3. It's going to be interesting where it comes together on the side. I don't know how I'm going to make this work the way I want it to, come to think of it. This is going to be interesting. I don't know if I'll be able to make this work the way I want it to go. Because on the interior side, it's going to be really weird whenever the two pieces conjoin in the middle, and it's probably going to throw off the way that the gable ends look with the window. Because of the intersecting roof pieces, we're going to have roofs coming in at one angle, and when you blend them, these have to go somewhere on the inside. You can't just make them disappear. So, and then having our big window coming across here with our intersect. So I might have to change a little bit of the side of it just to make it work. So we might not do this bit over here on this side. So I might just have it go all the way back and maybe work in something somehow. I don't know. We're just going to have to play it by ear and see what happens. Alright. How is this going to work? I'm going to get rid of some of these extra floors that we're not going to need. Alright. I'm looking at this. So this is where the front porch is going to go. And this is going to be right when you come in the door. 1x3, 3x3 on the interior. And then somewhere in here we got to work in a way to get to the second floor. How's the second floor going to be laid out? Where a room's going to be, because we're going to be building rooms as well. We're going to have space for a master bedroom. That's probably only going to be a one bedroom, one bath. So I think with the space I got to work with, we're going to put a kitchen and counters and all that whatnot. So, yeah. And we got to surround this 3x3. And you know, we don't even have to go 1-to-1 to the lodge. It's just inspired by. So, you know, how is the... What I could do is on the side have a covered porch here with kind of the A-frame thing going on. And maybe not even worry about exterior stairs going to the upper deck. Have it where you just go into the upper deck from the interior. And it just wraps around. And not even worry about the stairs coming down on the side. So maybe thinking, you know, do that L shape here. Just have the defensive walls wrap around. 1, 2, turn. And come around this. And then turn around the side. And have a set of stairs coming off of here. On this side. Or no, wait, so, yeah, this is going to be a deck. So maybe doing like these grungy stairs on the back. Like one, can't really do them off this side. So this is going to have to be something else. So maybe the stairs coming off right here. And we're going to see how all this plays together. It could be very, very difficult to get this done, to say the least. I don't really have a wallpaper that I can use to impersonate this. But yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go contemporary. And then have another column over here. 1, 2. So we're going to need another column here. And getting all these in at the same height is going to be challenging too, because these have to go in all at the same height. So we have another column here, and then we're going to have this, you know, here. I could try doing foundation merging. That might be the easiest route, come to think of it. I could, in theory, set these up on the foundations, and then just foundation merge them into place. That might be the route I have to take. Though, it's weird with these wavy Willard walls because they're actually longer than the foundations. So, getting them all to, you know, snap together where they need to be, that's going to be a bit of an issue. If I can manage to get them started at the right height and then use snapping points going around, yeah. And this is something I've never really done before to this extent. I've always just used wall pieces to do my underpinnings. So this could be tricky. And this is something, like I said, different for me. This is the first time I've tried to do this. So bear with me while I make a million mistakes, most likely. But yeah. That's the interesting thing here is because we got to get... This surround right here is going to be a totally different setup. It's got to turn in from this direction so we can have the post on the corner. Or actually, no, we can probably turn it in this way. And actually, this is probably a better idea to do it like this anyways. Have this one turn in like so on both sides. That way, whenever we snap together the other side of it. Okay. See, that's kind of... It's overlapping. We might be able to get it to go by, you know, burning the overlapping piece. So right here we're brainstorming this to see what will work before we go through and try to make it work. So I'm going to try to pull this and get this pulled out to where it would probably need to sit about halfway through. And then this one on the end of here. And yeah, it snaps in about where it needs to be. And then on this side, as you can see, it's not wanting to snap. So let's go to And this is just to see if we can get it to work. We're gonna test it before we go through all the trouble of trying to make everything go together. Okay, so we can burn one to overlap them and get them to go together. So we have that going for us. And everything's crooked as all get out right now, but that's just kind of where we're at. We're testing things to make sure they'll all come together as they need to. And this one right here, as you see, we got, when this snaps in, we may or may not have overlap. We'll have to see. Let's go ahead and burn this one. Oh, wrong thing. I gotta go to stored, not recents, because I don't have the plans to build this. Alright. Let's pull this over here. Come on, go in. Okay. So that fits in just as well. So we're going to have to figure out the measurements, get these around the entire perimeter, make sure we get the rotations right, make sure everything's straight, get them in the same spots, make sure all the things overlap the way they need to. And yeah, so we're going to wrap the entire foundation in these. And have them where they're supported on their own. They're not being supported by foundations. That's going to be another tricky bit, because like I said, we got a couple things that got to go off in different heights. We got to make sure we start them at the same height. Oh, man. This is going to be hard. This is going to be real hard. I'm not looking forward to this. Alright. And over here we've got 1, 2, 3. Area of 3 to cover. So what I'm thinking could look good is having my walls go kind of like this, and then turning from the other direction, like right here, and coming back like so, and that one just overlapped no problem. That way we can have kind of an even spacing, sort of a symmetrical spacing on the post. Just having that kind of gap in the middle. Maybe, I don't know yet. Maybe, I don't know how it would look if we turn this one instead. Because no matter how we do, because we need to have the post on the end. So I'm thinking I probably had it better this way. I think that probably looks better, because we got, you know, skinnier spacing wide than skinny, so it's symmetrical. And coming off of this side, as you can see on this end, we did have this one turned in reverse. This one should do the same thing coming back this way. So we have this and this. And this could be an area where... I don't know how I want to do this. Because as it is now, like both coming towards each other, we have the post in the middle. But I would probably want to turn this the other way. Potentially. We have, this is where these guys kind of butt heads, is when you want to try to overlap the end post. I like having the post here, but I don't want to have post in the middle, because I've already got the post on the ends. So figuring out a way to get these to flip and then go, you know what, let's just see if I can get them to flip. Going to get us 2 posts here, and then potentially, if I go to snap these back together, let me see if we can burn this and get it to go in. And so the big key here is making sure that we have all of our alignments right, because if we don't have everything aligned when we start doing this, when we go to slap in the foundations after we're done, things are going to look really, really weird. So let's see if we can turn this and get it snap in overlapping. And that one, I believe, did. Yes. So that's going to be the game plan here. So we're going to come off of this one, turn the rotation, burn that one out, snap in the piece. That way we have this end of the wall coming this way. That way we can have skinny, wide, skinny. Just kind of keeping that same design. Oh, it's kind of shimmery. I'm seeing it now as I was moving just then, it's got a bit of shimmer to it. That's kind of a bother, but I don't know. We'll see. It might not be too horrible, or it might be the worst thing you ever seen, having all that shimmer there. Alright, and on the interior side of this, I don't know how this is going to interact with the walls. It's kind of a mess what we got here, but we're just kind of brainstorming and trying to figure out a plan on how this is all going to come together. Like I said, it's a mess right now, but this is just the brainstorming portion of the build. We're going to have to come off of this. And things are going to have to burn again to get this to go in, likely. Yes, I'm going to have to burn this to get that to go in. I'm going to burn this one. It's got our post going back the direction we need it. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the game plan for the foundation. And this is going to go over here above that. Or not above that, but it's going to go against this wall. So we're going to have these on the foundation. And then we're going to have a couple of these guys with some pillars coming out of them to go line up with the porch. And yeah, that's the plan. Like I said, I haven't made up my mind yet between the haunted set or the contemporary set. Haven't quite figured that out yet. One or the other. I may still go haunted set and just have the post over here be white. It's not the end of the world, I don't reckon. Because I do like the having the unfinished the boards on the porch part, because I'm not really a huge fan maybe of having a clean roof on this in any capacity, so I don't really want the clean roofs the more I think about it. Yeah, this row is going to be the porch. We're going to have the porch right here, and then everything else has to kind of come in here too. Somehow. So yeah, that's the game plan. And then on the interior space, we'll have, let's see, this is what the front walls are, so let me see here. Thinking of maybe using the OG shack walls on this build. I think these will work really well for this. I've already passed them, actually, come to think of it. Here they are. Kind of like... And I may do some merges with, glass walls to make windows in these. So something like this. It's going to be right here on this side. And there's our entryway. It's going to be right here, built down to the shack walls. Yeah. I wonder... I don't think I have any good... I mean, I have like 3 stone wallpapers that I could use. Maybe something like these. I could possibly double wall the entryway and have like, a stone. Kind of like... I could do my skinny double wall thing. I can make a skinny double wall doorway that kind of just blends in. And it's just stone right here, and then the shack on the side. That stone kind of matches the wavy Willard stone. So something like that is the game plan. I think that will work really well. The hardest part's going to be getting these stone walls all the way around the foundation, which I'm not looking forward to. This is going to suck. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you it's going to be super amazing, a really easy walk in the park. So, I guess the first step's going to be actually getting the stone walls in line on top of here. So getting them perfectly straight where they need to be. Everything in alignment and everything as it should be. That's going to be the first step, because the way we're going to do this, it's got to go down. We've got to actually get these in snapping off of each other once we get them into the ground. So we're going to have one base snapping point, and we need to have it so we can build these off of one snapping point. That way everything lines up. Because freehanding it is going to be a bit rough, as you can see the way I freehanded it up here just to get the base idea. I know exactly how we're going to go about flipping this around, so it's not going to be a huge deal flipping this one ball to be reverse this one and having a gap here. I can get that, no issue. Yeah. I think I can. Yeah. Alright, so the first step is going to be getting these lined up. So we're just going to grab this one, and we've got to find the middle, split the difference, and get it in perfectly center and aligned. Even like the slightest pixel off, getting off just one little slight twist. It might not look, you know, too far off on the first piece, but by the time you go all the way around, it's going to be miles out. It's just like you're building a stone wall. When I used to work underground, building I did mason work underground in the mines. If you didn't have the very, very base line of your, we called them stoppings. It was we built concrete walls in entries inside the mine to direct airflow using cinder blocks. If you didn't have the foundation of it perfectly straight, by the time you got to the top, it was all a mess. So, like that in this, if you don't have your first piece in perfectly straight, perfectly center, and you're snapping off that one piece, by the time you get to this back corner, you're going to be completely out of square where you're wanting to go with it. It's going to be a complete mess. So we got to make sure that this first piece is exactly where it needs to be and perfectly aligned. And that's going to be tricky. That's going to be tricky. I can't think of anything that I can use to establish a snapping point with these stone walls. I think they only snap to themselves, so this is going to be a case of, you know, lining up, getting it center. I mean, that looks like it's about center on this piece. And make sure I have it straight. That's going to be another thing. It's really hard to tell if it's actually straight and true. I'll go to the build camera here, and I'm going to look straight down on this piece that I've put in. And as it is now, it kind of looks slightly crooked. I think one thing I can do here to help us out is go to a floor piece that has a grid. Tank Builder John, howdy. Howdy, howdy. How are you this afternoon? Alright, so, yeah, as you can see, yeah, it's crooked. It's crooked. So we're going to go over here, and we're just going to try to get this straight, get it lined up as best we can here. Pull it in, get it square. Get that blue, green, whatever color your eyes see on that. Get that line just straight with the other lines. So that's going to get us straight. Now, is it center? Because, you know, if we have it too far this way, then whenever we wrap it, you know, wrap the foundations, we're going to have less wall on one side than we have on the other. So we're going to make sure we have this center as well. And make sure everything comes to the same point. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to the same floor. And it looks like, you know, the corner here is lined up with the same. And not quite. Not quite. So once again, we're just going to try to bump it over to get it at the same position. Close enough, I do believe. Yeah, so something like that. Now the next thing we got to do, we got to bring it all the way out to the end and center it up, and that might entail. All right. Okay. I think now is the point where I need to go ahead and get this on a conduit, perhaps. The game plan is going to be to use a conduit to sink it down to the height that I need it, and then we're going to place it in on the ground. Now that's going to be really tricky once we get this going. And the game plan here is I'm going to try to put the conduit on this side of it. That way it's not visible from the exterior. Yeah, so I'm just going to place this up on here. We can move it around on this conduit. Getting our alignments right. It's going to be tricky, but yeah, we're just going to go with it here. So we're going to take this all the way over here. We're going to try to center it up. Figure out how far we need to come back to go forward with it. I think it's about 3 squares. Let me look right here and see how many squares it comes in from center. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we want this to line up about 5 squares. Yeah, that's about center. Okay, so from here, what I'm going to do, just to make sure this alignment and everything works, I'm going to go ahead and build from here using this one as a snapping point. We're going to snap off of it, and it's, of course, it needs support because I'm built up on a conduit. Alright, okay. So this has got to be touching the foundation. It's kind of weird because I'm pretty sure if I build it in the ground, it's not going to give me that support crap. But heck, since we're having this issue, I'm going to go ahead and do a little drop merge. That way this can sit flush with the foundation. And maybe it won't give us any crap about needing support. Let's move this over here. I'm going to pull this over to the right. And be sure to use your left stick only when you've got something that you're trying to keep in perfect alignment. Because when you go using your right stick, you're going to introduce rotation to it. So you're just going to strafe around when you're moving these pieces with your left stick to position yourself. Alright. Now, let's see if this will go in or not. Okay, so that's that one, and then this one. And we're going to work this all the way around off these snapping points and see, hopefully, things come together where we need them to be. Alright, so we got, this is going this way, we need to get the rotation turned. So we're going to come off this one here. This one here. This one here. And then this has got to go back the other direction, which means we've got to burn. I'm going to store this. Store this. We're going to burn that one out. And then go to recents. I'm going to snap that one in. We'll store. And then we'll store this one. And we're going to come off this one on the end. And we're going to turn this one and turn this direction here. So now we've got this going this way. And it's looking like we're still square. We're still lined up. Everything's still good. Everything's still looking fairly peachy. So we're going along here, nice and square, everything's straight. Alright. And then we want to turn this one, and then, yeah. Easy E Fallout, hello. Hello to you too. How are you this afternoon, or morning? Well, it could be afternoon wherever you are, I don't know. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Glad to see you on stream with us today. Alright, so this one we got to turn. It's the same process as the last one. We'll pull these out and burn it out. Alright, that one's in. repair this one, and we're going to remove this one. Alright, easy fall. I'm glad I caught you live. I'm glad you could. I'm glad you're with us. Alright, so that one's turned, this one's turned. Then we're going to try to get the rotation going the other way again. And we want to try to make sure all these things come in square. Hopefully this whole perimeter, everything matches up where it needs to be. And then we can take and finish up the drop merge. Put this on the ground level. Pull the foundations. And then redo this all the way around on bare ground. And then come in with the foundations and snap those in. And the first step of this process will be done. I hope. I'm hoping this all works out and looks the way that I want it to look. Alright, so where were we? This one right here. So once again we gotta turn them around. So whoops. I just stepped on my pressure plate. But that's okay, I don't need it out right now anyways. So we're gonna try to turn this one around and get this one going in reverse here, like so. So what we gotta do is we're gonna pull this out, and then we're gonna burn this. And then turn that direction. So now we've got it. We got our wide wall, skinny wall, and then we're gonna come off this one. Just continue straight. That's gonna take us to the corner. And then we're going to have to turn again on this one. This one's going to have to flip. And yeah, we're just going to keep going with this as we're going now. Alright, and that one's in there. So this one's got to flip. This one might be kind of tricky to get to flip because we've got this wall here and we've already turned here. So actually what I probably need to do, come off this side, put in this one here, take this one over. Whoops. Put this one over here. And then with that one in like so, burn the one to the right. And then I should be able to snap in off of this one to the right. Oh. Oh wait, I turn it. Okay. And that snapped in. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have deleted that. I wonder if I can get it back in. I can. Alright, so from here, the game plan is going to be to try to snap in off this one going this direction. So I probably need to burn that. Perhaps. Let's see. And this is going to go to a post on the corner. Post. Which actually... Yeah, because they're going to match. Actually, this last bit could be pretty easy. So we just got to turn the rotation again, and then just get everything to go the way we need it to. Yeah, figures. Alright, so the game plan, we'll burn this one, make this one disappear, and hopefully be able to snap in the other wall going that direction. Yeah, go figure. Go figure. Okay, so this one's going to have to snap from over here. So I wonder if I can get it to go if I do something like this. And then just grab this one. Yeah, it's in. And then from here I should be able to just boop, boop, and boop. Let's see how it lined up. Yeah. Yep, that's perfect. Perfect. Now I just have to repeat that without any lines to guide me. I have to get that built on the ground level. So, yeah. That's going to be tricky. So we got to move this to the ground level and build it all the way around on the ground level and then build the foundations in. And that'll get our foundation. Fun, fun, fun. Fun, 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 fun. Okay. And another thing that we can consider here is the possibility of having a little bit more of this stone wall coming up to maybe do to have it be a bit of a kind of a perimeter thing for the kind of a railing for the porch, or doing a combination of this with the porch railings. Not sure yet how I want to do that. But the only thing left to do is to actually do it. And as you can see, they're not supported by these foundations either. Well, actually, some of them are supported by the foundations. Ain't that weird? Alright. But some of them aren't. Some of them are. That one's supported by that one. This one's supporting that entire wall right there. So in theory, I mean, it might be possible if I can just take one foundation and somehow manage to do a drop merge on the foundation with these walls attached. I might be able to use that as the support and then just go in reverse coming off of this one and then do the entire thing off of that. It's already in alignment. We know it works. I think I might do that. Let's see if I can manage a drop merge here. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Let's see if I can do it with another floor here. Just another foundation, put it over here. Let's just see if we can do it like this. Come on, don't give me that red stuff here. Intersecting objects. That's what I was afraid of. So I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. If I can find a bit of ground that'll let me do it. And this area is very level, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to push this down and make it pop up. Just gonna find a spot where it'll let me. There's not. I might be able to go down there and get it, maybe. So we've got a little bit of a hill right here. I might be able to do it like this, because I'm not going to be able to do it the other way with using... come on, go underground. Snap up, would you? Okay, we got a little bit... Okay, it's going here. So I'm just going to try foundation merging these pieces. We're going very slowly. I wish they didn't change it so like if you're standing too close to foundations it won't let you snap them. It's kind of frustrating because here I am trying to do this and it's like I'm too close to the foundation and they keep saying that I'm intersecting with it. All the while getting closer and closer to my camp border. I finally found a spot that works for this darn merge. And yeah. Constantly getting warnings saying, oh, need support, you're too close, whatever, this and that. How far have we come with it? Not very far. Yeah, this might take a hot minute. I'm sorry, y'all. Time. But nonetheless, it is moving. I hate that I'm having to do it this way. But really, the game plan here is just to do this to keep the placement. Actually, I probably could have pulled this off with only, like, I could delete all the pieces off of this and do it the new way, actually, come to think of it. So, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Pretty sure this was, yeah, I don't need that one on there. This came in like so on the front. So the game plan is going to be to yeah, drop merge this and use it as a snapping point, hopefully. No, my big fear is what are you intersecting with, really? Like, what could you possibly be intersecting with that you won't place down? There's literally nothing here. I don't understand. Alright, so we're just going to take this and figure out where we want it to line up. I'm thinking like just a little bit coming up over the top. Like something like this. Right? So I'm thinking that's going to be the start point for everything. And this likely won't snap back in. Yeah. Because it's intersecting with the other foundations. So the game plan here... Oh, and how am I going to snap from it? This could be an issue. Let me see if I can snap from this, though. That's going to be another tricky thing. If I can snap off of this. I have to have a snapping point. That's probably where I screwed up deleting those things out, maybe. Okay, I can snap off of it. So that's the most important thing. We got to be able to snap off of it. So we'll go ahead and store that. And we're going to end up saving a little budget here, not having a conduit in play. We're going to store this. And then we're going to grab this one, store it too. And then we're going to come off of the catwalk. Alright. And then... Yeah. We're going to grab this one, and we're going to snap this off of the catwalk. Okay. With that snapped off the catwalk, we've got a snapping point that we can go from. Okay, now let's see if we can turn this and come off the side this way. So we can't go that way. We can probably go this way with it, and we're going to have to somehow get all these pieces back in line where they need to be. These have to somehow come into play. Okay, this was placeholder for the roof, which I'll just snap that off of that. Just get rid of that. Alright. Then we're going to turn this, come off of this one, just for a placeholder. So we now have a snapping point established. Okay, and these are supporting each other. Probably because it was touching the foundation. It's not the end of the world. I just got to get this where I can have them detach. Now, I wonder if snapping this one in, if they'll all move together again. Okay. So now with this detached, as you can see, that's detached. We're just going to store these. Let's store this. And then we're going to come across here. 1 and 2. That puts us back to here. Now we need to turn this. Turn this direction. And this is going to go back that way. And we're going to have to pull out all of our foundations as we go along to do this. And kind of remember where we're at, and then we got to come back in. So really, I think I probably have to pull everything but like the center snapping point. So I have to keep the center snapping point in, that way I can snap back off of this. And go from here. I need to just store these, which is going to pull everything out. Yeah. But we're going to just store these. And put everything in stored. And yeah, we're going to go and build that same thing going around on the ground level. So we're going to come from here. Did I mess up here? Snapping? Yeah, okay. You want to make sure you don't have any foundations touching at all when you're doing this, because they'll end up snapped to the foundations for support. Come on. Go in. Okay. Now we got to make that turn again and turn this corner. Same way we did last time. One. Oops. Get in there. Turn this. I want you to snap in. Okay. And it's a little bit harder when you're working around, you know, the ground. It can be harder at times. So we're turning that, and this is going to come off of here, back in this direction. So we need to over here. Come on. Gotta go like that. Repair that. Okay. Graham? Hey, buddy. What do you got for sale? Sell me things. One does not simply find Graham. Graham finds you. Park bench. I'll take that.
You trade for the big one. What's
All right.
that? Big. You know when you see it.
Yep.
Until then, just trade good.
That's the only thing he's got that I need. Alright, later, Graham. Thanks for the park bench. Cool deal. Alright, that small distraction aside, we'll go ahead and continue getting our underpinning in. I'm probably going to have to pull this foundation over out of the way because, like I said, we don't want to accidentally get our underpinning or foundation. It's funny. Our stone walls supported by our foundations. So we want to make sure. Another thing I didn't even think to look at, which yeah, it looks like it'll be fine. All right. All right. Now let's see. This was the one that needed to come across like so, if I remember right. It was like one here, one here, and then one here. So I think, yeah, we needed to turn this one so that the end of it overlaps on that. So we want this to go this way. And then get rid of this one, and then burn this one. Alright. Mobin71, are you going to post this? I missed the first part. Yeah, it's going to stay live. All of my live streams, for the most part, stay posted. If you want to go back and watch them later, you can always go to my channel, go to videos, go to the live tab, and all of my live streams. This one will be included, and all past ones that I've done will be there in that little section on my channel. So you can catch back up and pick up where, you know, one of the things that you missed leading up to this point. Alright, yeah, this is going to turn this way. Hopefully go in, and that did. I struggle with underpinnings. Thanks. You're welcome, dude. Yeah. Underpinnings are like a million ways you can do them. But yeah, trying to use these wavy Willard walls as underpinnings. This is the first build that I've got. This will be the first build I've ever done that utilizes the wavy Willard walls as underpinnings. So this is a first for me, and so far it seems like it's working out fairly well. Seems to be. Yeah, so this one, we've got to turn this one too. And this is where it might get kind of tricky. Snapping off. I may end up having to go underground here. Yeah. This is... okay. We're going to have to go underground now. It's looking like that's the way this is going to have to go. We're going to go underground because we're getting too close to the ground level for these to snap in. So we're going to have to go underground and build from below to finish off this this side of it. Yippee. I kind of didn't want to have to go underground, but I reckon it's what we're going to have to do. See, do I have a symptomatic? I mean, I don't necessarily have to use symptomatic, but I like using the symptomatic. There's a million things I can use to do it. This character knows it, though. Yeah, this character doesn't know how to bow symptomatic. So any object that you can use to move your character's position can get you underground. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to use a shower. Just going to use a shower to do it. And a couple rugs. This is going to be a little bit different than what I usually do. I gotta make sure I get it supported though. Okay, and this has got to go onto a just something on the surface to grab it by. I'm thinking one of these. These will work just fine. This way from those fences just a little ways. Alright. Quit moving towards me, would you? Really hate when objects do that. You gotta drop merge them and they constantly shift towards you when you grab them. It's like, just stay in one place, would you? Do. Alright, that seems good enough. I mean, really, just gotta get underground. That's the only thing that's going on here. Gotta get underground to finish building this. And this is gonna be kind of tricky. We gotta make sure we put ourselves in a position where we can actually see to work. So let's just get right here, and yeah. Things can be a little disorienting working from underground, but here we are. So let's just bring this towards me. Cannot need support. Oh, Jesus. Alright. It's always something. Okay. So we're too low to register support on this side. So this has got to get support from something. And it's not going to snap in without support. Well, snap. I love it. I love it. This is great. This is, you know, absolutely wonderful. Now, why wouldn't that go in? I don't know. Will this one go in? No, this one needs support. So we're at the point here where we are too low to register support to the ground. So what I'm going to have to do is it's got to register support to something. Well, I guess I could try to get another another wall registered to a foundation raise them up a little bit, have a willard wall going up past the floor level, and quill snap to the wavy willard walls. I mean, I could be wrong. We'll give it a shot, see what happens. But yeah, it doesn't look like they will. So that's... Now I wonder if the wavy willard walls can be supported by a catwalk. But then the next question is, can you remove a catwalk from under a wavy willard wall? Yeah, they're a stack. So that was my other thought. Maybe maybe somehow getting catwalks underground to support them, to put them in, and then removing the catwalks. But that's not going to work either. That random idea I just had. So, you know, what I'm thinking here is just snapping in a floor here and trying to snap in a wall on top of this somehow. And that should end up locking the support to the floor. And I'm just going to go and raise it. And hopefully... I don't want to go through all the trouble of like raising it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm thinking I'm going to start from this side, like this side, and work my way back. Find the height where this side actually works. And then once I get this side in, then just fixing this side so that it all goes together. That's the new game plan. So we're just going to go off of this one. And I'm just going to just bodge it in here, just go like so. Not worry about the rotations just yet. And just see if they'll snap in. See, right here we're getting to this corner where we're starting to have those issues. But it looks like this height will probably cooperate. So let's take this one over. Just see what it does. Will this one snap? Can we get that in? So yeah, it looks like this height might work. I mean, all I gotta do is just go through and redo this entire half of it, and then fix my rotations here, get these pieces in the way they need to go in. That one's, well, that one was already in the way it needed to go. But I'm gonna pull that one out, put this one back in, put this one back in. Well, ain't that something? I'll probably have to go underground again to get that one in. No big deal, no big deal. And then we're gonna take and pull this out. Removed a lot more than I thought it would, but that's okay. We also need to turn this. We need to turn this one like so, and this one needs to turn. Okay, it's no big deal though. So yeah, we need to get that turned. Like so. Thinking. Yeah, that's not right. I gotta get this to rotate the other way. This is a right mess. Just trying to get these to go where I want them. I need to come back this way so I can snap in off the corner. Yep. So it's going to go this way. And then this way. that's got that. And then this has got to raise up to that same height, and I got to go back and redo all the other ones. So then, yeah, this is yeah, this is right. This is right. This will be pretty easy to get right here. Get those two pieces in. So now we got to go and get the rest of this structure all shored up at the same height. That's the next one. The next step to all this. Yep. Let's get this done. And I gotta make sure I don't, I gotta make sure I keep snapping these off of each other and not, I don't want to move these from their set snapping point. I don't want to freehand them out. Because everything is set to go around this snapping point here. Alright. So with the front done, for the most part. Yeah. Next thing I gotta do is I gotta get this bit here done. Which these might be slightly in the way of. So let's move these over and out of the way, just snapping off of each other. And thinking I might need to go underground. Because this doesn't look like it wants to snap. So where are you? Let's go back underground and try to get these guys to snap together. And that one's not going to snap in. So we're jumping from a first person to build camera. The trick there is set your build camera to place at last position. Or you can pop your build camera up on the surface, or in reverse, you know, put your build camera out underground if you want to work from two places at the same time without having to transition from above and below. So in this case, I got my build camera up top and then working from below in first person, and then using a generator to wire up to my flamethrower to burn objects that I can't reach to activate. Anyways, yeah. I think, crossing my fingers and hope I can do the backside from above. I mean, it looks like I ought to be able to. So I'm just going to move this over here out of the way. Alright, let's move this out of the way, give us some space to work. Make sure I have my rotation the way I want it. And these should all hopefully snap in, so like, floors. Whichever build set I decide to go with for the porch. It's going to go in like so. That. Now you see on the front side, we got something like this, and then then our stairs have to come into play. So whichever stairs might be kind of tricky to get in. I'm hoping simply burning these out will allow me to get my stairs in. But yeah, I have to redo this side. The wavy Willard walls, they have to be redone. So we're gonna redo those before we go too far. So store this. Store this. And then, I don't think I'll need to remove this one. Yeah, we need to go and these have to be redone. Just get that to go in. Easy E Fallout. That's going to look sharp. Thank you very much. Do appreciate that. Yeah, I'm thinking it will too. I hope it's going to work out the way I want it in the end. You know, sometimes you can go into something and think you got a plan and then it all goes to crap. And so far this, knock on wood, has been going fairly decently. A few hiccups here and there, but I think we're going to get it. I think we're going to get it just fine. I'm hoping so. That one turned that way. We're going to pull this like so. Thinking it's going to need to go like this anyways. And then I'm going to take this one and then flip the rotation on this one. Get it to go the other way. Actually, might have just figured out a shortcut here on getting this end done. This has got to turn. Yeah, and that can just snap in right there. This end's got to come up though, or no? Looks level. Yeah, we got that side, and we got to get one last piece in, and that'll have our foundation done. It's gonna have the foundation finished. All right. So we're going to come off of, we need a snapping point. Let's turn this to come the other way. So we might need to remove this one out. Actually, yeah. Put that one in there, then burn this one, and then turn it all. Then we're going to snap off this one going this way, so I'm going to burn this one right here. Boom. Alright, so that's that. The next thing is going to be getting these guys in. I don't think these will snap to anything. I think things will snap off of these, but I don't think these will snap in. So what I've got to do is I've got to... Basically, I've got to freehand these in place. So to figure out a way to make that work. So we got to get these two columns... they're going to come off here to the side, which I might have them just go. I'm not sure yet, but they got to go off to the side, you know, in line with everything. And they're going to line up with the porches, the wraparound deck that's going to go on the top. So these columns are going to be off to the side right here with posts coming out of them going up to the deck upstairs. And yeah, something like that. And we got to drop them down into the ground, get them square and everything still yet, but that can be a bridge we can cross in a few minutes. I might do... I've got a trick that I might do to do that, actually. And I'll get them to snap in from above and use a drop merge to get them to go down. I'm thinking about doing something like that. I have an idea. So, yeah. I've got an idea. Alright. So, the next step, we've got to get in our porches. We've got to get in our stairs. We've got to get, well... I got to get the upper floors figured out where they're going, how they're going to go in, where they're going to be supported from, the interior bit of it, how the stairs are going to go to get to the second floor, supporting the second floor. It may behoove me to just build off a temporary support platform to hold in the upper floors and get that deck done. And then once I figure out how I'm going to tie it all together on the interior, then I can remove the temporary support. That might be a good idea. Yeah. Now I'm hoping I haven't made a mistake. Well, actually, you know what? Even if I have made a mistake here, I might be able to still work it out. I need to test something real quick, because now's the time to fix it if this doesn't work. Where our lodge fireplace is going to go, I need to see if I can place it at floor level. I need part of that fireplace to stick out on the exterior. So I need to see if it'll let me place it down intersecting with this broken wall. And oof, I have a feeling, just a feeling, that it's not. Yeah. Okay. So here we have a small dilemma. What we've got to do here is I'm going to have to build this up onto this wall. Then I'm going to have to drop merge the fireplace down into the wall, then snap the wall back in, and then get the foundation back in. I'm pretty sure if I move this, yeah, it's not going to work. Alright, so I need to center this up. I need to figure out where it's going to go, how deep I'm going to put it in into the wall, because yeah, so I need to have part of it showing on the exterior. So knowing exactly where the exterior walls are going to line up. Now, another thing that I need to figure out, I'm probably going to have to break these wavy Willard walls to get the interior walls built. So I'm not sure if they're going to just snap in over them. Yeah, they're not. Some of them might, but this one won't. Or this one will, but the one that's on this side of it won't. So I need to okay. Alright, so I kind of got an idea how far into the wall this is going to go. So we want to kind of put this, and I want this in a place where, you know, it's just on the exterior facing side of the wall, and hopefully on the interior side I won't have issues with the wallpaper showing on the inside of the fireplace. That was an issue I had the other day when I was testing how I was going to do something with this. But yeah, store that. Let's move this floor out of the way, and we're going to grab this, and we're going to have to drop merge our fireplace down into this wall, and then this wall is going to snap back in. Let's see how it's going to go. Come on. Okay, yeah, it'll snap right back in, no big deal. So we need to go ahead and drop merge that down, get it to foundation level, and then yeah, go from there. So what I need to do, Oops, I did not need that. Let's see where the floors are going to line up. Okay. Is it floaty or no? Does it need to come down a little more? No, it looks like it's touching the floor. Yeah, we're good. Alright. So that's that. The next thing I'm going to do real quick, just to make sure I have everything right, is I'm going to burn out this, which will make everything above disappear. Poof. It's magic. And then we're just going to come in and put in a wall if it will let me. We're probably going to have to burn out a lot more than just that one piece then. So we're going to use fire till it cooperates. Can we stick? Yep, it can go in now. And you know, actually, it's not a big deal. Actually, if I did the merge too deep or too shallow, because I just realized that using a doorway, I can make the wallpaper not appear inside the fireplace anyways. So, let's see the exterior side. Yeah. No, that's not going to work at all. See, we got boards that are overlapping this. So I've actually got to go back and I've got to merge this a little bit deeper into the wall. But that'll be okay. And the wallpapers, let's just stick a wallpaper on here just for the sake of it. I'm going to make this a solid wall real quick just to make sure that the wallpaper's not showing. We'll light this up real quick. Yeah. So we've still got stone showing on the inside. I've got a little bit more I can scoot it back. We'll have to make this work. I can see on the interior side of this wall we do have a little stripe of this underpinning. It's not ideal. It's not ideal, but it's okay. It's okay. I can also use... I could go as far as to use stone walls to kind of cover that up a little bit. You know, it's not as noticeable using the stone. So that might be the route I go. On the bottom floor of this house might have stone walls. Like, on the inside. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. So let me remove this wall, and we're going to grab this, and we're just going to move it up and in just a bit more. Hopefully not too far. I don't want it to yeah, we'll have to see how that works out. Not the wall, grab the floor. Oh, I stepped on my pressure plate. I knew it was over here. I was trying to avoid it. But I wasn't exactly watching where I was going either. Excuse me. Alright. Grab that. Okay, that looks fine. Let's just drag this back over here and get it back in place. And then get our foundation back in place here. And this isn't necessarily the rotation that the floors are going to have. Next we got to destroy this wall supporting it. Here to get a wall in. So we're just going to test right here with that. Boom. Wallpaper's on it. Alright, and then on the back side, how's it looking? Good. Looks good. That'll work nicely. So yeah. Off to a decent start. Off to a decent start. Alright. Easy E fallout. Sweet. Thank you, thank you. Do appreciate that. 1204. Hey, it's 1204. Let's see what's in the item shop. Hopefully I don't have to like log out to get it to refresh. Alright. What it... Really? Rhododendron flower bouquet. That's identical to the Valentine's bouquet we got, but slightly different. Alright, so let's see. What is in our Spring Winds bundle? We've got the St. Patrick's Vault Boy paint. St. Patrick's Vault Boy paint. What is that? Oh, Pip Boy paint. Okay, typo on their part. Okay, so we got a St. Patrick's Day Pip Boy paint. We've got... Ooh, look at that Gone Fishing sign. That's cute. We got a backpack. We've got a windmill. We've got a little arcade game. That's cute. Alright. Off the menu, you can get the windmill for 500. So, hey, that's nice. Let's inspect this Pip Boy a little closer. That's pretty cool looking. Yeah, nifty. This flower bouquet, I guess this was in the bundle too. This is identical to the Valentine's bouquet. The Voss is, the flowers are different, but if you did the Valentine's Day challenge to get the flower bouquet for Valentine's Day, it's practically the same as this one. Let's see, the Mind Velux Power Armor. That would be from the scoreboard quite a few seasons ago, along with this Katie Inkwell stuff from last week. Yeah, I may or may not get, and I'm kind of low on atoms right now, so I'm not sure if I'm going to jump in to get this windmill. But that is pretty nice, and it is a large generator. Okay, it requires the base windmill generator or large generator to have been unlocked to build. So yeah, it's a large generator, so I think that's 20 electricity that it generates. I might be wrong, but I think it's 20. That's pretty cool, though. I like that. I'm probably not going to buy it today. I might wait a little bit. And what else do we have? In greatest hits, we've got the Lumberjack bundle. What is in our Lumberjack bundle? We have the log chairs, the log table. So our log chairs, I don't have those. It might behoove me to get them. But I do have the some of these things. Let's see. Treetop Daredevil's outfit. Okay, and then the stones. And the log building set. Alright, cool deal. Junkyard Camp Bundle. Oh, I need that stash box. It's back again. I need to buy that. I've been wanting the flea stash for the longest time. But that's broke. But yeah, the flea stash. And over here is just last week's stuff. Paratrooper loot bag. Some free caps. Let's just go get those. Why not? The pipe organ bundle is back. Let's see what's in it. Ooh, that's nice. Alright. The Raven Perch. That's a cool one. I don't have that either. Some gravestones. Pretty neat stuff. Haunted house tile floor and foundations. Haunted house stone floor and foundations. Okay, so it's not the haunted house build set, but you get the floor and foundations. And yeah, that is our Atom Shop today. Not bad, some neat stuff. But anyways, let's get back to building. I look over at the clock, it's like, oh yeah, it's that time. Alright. So, the beautiful thing here is now, if we wanted to change our floors, the fireplace isn't supported by the floor, it's supported by the exterior wall, the exterior foundation thing. Stone, whatchamacallit. Anyways, we're just gonna, yeah, just gonna go around, and now for the fun part, we gotta figure out our wall situation. And here's what I'm thinking. Like I was saying, I was thinking like a skinny double wall on the front to do a like a stone around the doorway, which could look pretty cool. Yeah. I'm trying to think how I want to bring it all together. So what we're gonna do is, first things first, I'm gonna have to figure out how all this is going to come together. So I'm thinking right here we need to get a doorway here. And we're going to revisit something that I showed on a previous live stream, how to make some skinny double walls. Now, with these, it's kind of a tight space I'm working in here, so it's going to be a little bit tricky to do. But, okay, I need to pull this. Take this, move it just ever slightly this direction. Then we're going to take a floor, leave this floor here, pull this over to this side, maybe, yes, grab this, pull it back in this way, yes, okay. This is going to go over to this wall right here. Got our swords. Pull this out. Flamethrower. Burn this out. It's going to overlap like so. And then we're going to pull this out. And then repair this. Make that a doorway as well. And there we have it. What we can do here, we can wallpaper these however we're going to wallpaper them. I'm thinking where there's going to be stone, I want it to be stone on the inside and outside. So we're just going to stone this, and stone this. And actually, with this being stone on both sides, I don't necessarily need it to be the shack wall. I can use a different wall. Maybe something a little more ornate-ish. I figure out which one I want to do. Could do this one. Let's see how it looks if I go both sides and. Yeah, maybe not. Let's go haunted. See how that looks. Okay, so that's got. We're gonna have like some vines. If we're going with that abandoned look though on this lodge, having a little bit of overgrowth on the interior might not be a bad idea. That could work. Could work. I might go with that. I don't know. It's up in the air. And really, I can actually tweak it even further. Say I go to a different interior or different exterior wall. Because on the interior, it gets rid of the vines, so it's clean on the interior. And then we get a different thing around the exterior. Let's see here. Let's play around with these for a second before I decide to Wait a minute. Wrong. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Is it the interior one that I changed? Yeah, no. It's the one right here on the exterior. That's what I need to change. That works. That works better. Something like that. Yeah, that works. So now we got this this stone texture on both sides, and yeah, yeah, and then we can go and work in everything else around it. All right. Hopefully that doesn't give us any issues getting the upper floors in over that. All right. So we know we want that wall there. We've got to get our... Where is it? It's right there. All right. I'm going to kind of walk that back to be in line again. All right. And we got to get our roof line up there. So whatever roofs we're going to use around this, we kind of got to snap in from here. So we're using haunted, so we're haunted flats here. Okay, make sure that comes in right here. All right. Let's see. Bongwater, ever built a floating camp? All my camps are floating. Didn't you know that? I mean, technically. I mean, I built tree houses. They're floating. I've built... if you're on, like, say, if I ever built a UFO or a Star Destroyer or a spaceship. No, I haven't. I haven't built anything like that. But, you know, abiding by the... You know, most of my stuff is floating. Technically. Alright, so now I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have to come in with 2 layers of roofs here and have them crisscross, which could lead to some shimmery bits, possibly. It might not be the coolest thing, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have these kind of crisscross because on this end of the porch with the the porch pieces, I want to have that gap sealed on this end too, so these are going to have to kind of crisscross. Which would probably be just easiest flipping this one up, turning this one, and using that one as a snapping point to come in with the crisscross pieces. I'll have to break these, come across with the crisscross pieces, and yeah, everything else here. But another thing we got to cross here is we've got to extend out this fireplace so that it goes up, you know, high enough to stick out the roof. I might build it out taller than it needs to be and then come in after everything's said and done and remove segments so that it ends up the height that I need it to be. I'm going to come over here with upper floors as well. I'm going to go across this with upper floors. And then back as well. Coming in over here, probably have, which actually, is this? If this piece right here might need to come out. It might possibly need to come out for the side porch. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see how it works with the stairs and stuff. Yeah, there's gonna be like a side porch over here for the this way into the house, and then the front have that as well. Alright. Trying to keep track of everything that I'm doing here. It's a bit of a mess. I apologize. Alright, so thinking you gotta get flat roofs to go into that. Now I don't know if I would be so fortunate as to be able to just snap that in, which I probably wouldn't. obviously. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get a flamethrower up there and break them out. Having an assistant right about this moment would probably be very beneficial, but yeah, for now. Make sure this isn't supported by this roof here. Trigger that. It's Bethesda, nothing is easy. Absolutely. You got that right. Store all that, and then we're going to get our crisscrossy bits in there. Two, three, four. Alright. And I'm thinking perhaps just getting this front bit of the house done. There. Flat. Just gonna crisscross. And there's probably going to be a lot of shimmer on the top side. If I go up there, it's going to be shimmering pretty bad. But that's going to be covered up by upper floors, so you're not even going to see that. And then on this bottom part, which I need to get the upper floors in first before I go and put these in. Now, these will snap in freely down here. No, shouldn't be much issue on that. Yeah, we gotta get the upper floors in. And so the idea was, you know, building temporary scaffold like support for the upper floors until I can figure out exactly how I'm going to lay out the interior. So let's go ahead and make sure I got this rotation right, which I don't. I'll rotate this one this way, and I'm just going to go with another floor here, and we're going to go stairs up, and then floors. Figure out the rotation for our floors, and make sure we stick to that same rotation going around. Actually, come to think about it, probably just need to make these something like this, where you see the pattern. That way we get all the rotations right. This is a big pet peeve of mine when it comes to camp building is all of my floor rotations have to match. Come on, one more. There we go. So this is going to wrap around as well. And I might wait to go any further with it. Really, I don't even need this one in right now. Really, I only need to get in these front three, because that's where the porches are going to go under. And you got to have in these upper bits before you put in the lower bits. So I'm just going to scrap that for now. Leaving this one, because this is going to continue around. But I've got to get a few other things squared up before I go all the way around, namely these pillars that are going to go in here, and the fireplace chimney deal. So we'll get rid of that. Make sure nothing's somehow attached to this, and get rid of this. Make sure it's in the same case. Get rid of it. And just hold on to this for now, just in case I need it. What was this for? I don't remember. Probably nothing. Now, to get our... For the next big question is, do we do the contemporary or do we do the haunted? A couple options here. Maybe the haunted. Thinking that might work pretty well. Let's go to this side and see how this looks. Do I need to actually turn Yeah, you know what, that'll be fine. We need to do the corner piece. We'll just have to go straight. This side of corner piece might look good though. Can we do replace on these? Pretty sure I can. Yeah, let's see how the corner piece looks. Corner piece looks alright too. I might do the corner piece. Yeah. And this one's just going to go straight. Not too bad, not too bad. So, now we got to get the stairs in. And I know earlier I tried to just snap the stairs in and they wouldn't go, so I had to break. Well, I'm not theorizing breaking these will work, so let's hope that works to get our stairs in, because I really need my stairs to go in against this. We can do those stairs, or we could do these. You know, I'm thinking these probably work better. They're a little bit narrower, and yeah. Something like that. Now for this part, we go the defenses here. Let's see if I can get our railings in on this. So the railings are going to be kind of weird, because they're going to want to snap straight down against the base of this. Now, if I wanted to go through the trouble, I could probably raise up these porches to get the railings to snap above the stone, which actually might look pretty cool. Getting them to snap up here. I think I want to do that. I want to do that. So what I'm going to have to do here is I need to establish a snapping point for this. So pull a floor in here. Oh shit. Alright. So this is supporting the stairs going up. This over here. Maybe I can manually set the height from here. I doubt it because of the slide there. Probably pull this. Well, snap. Okay. Maybe I can snap off the front. Get a snapping point from here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna raise it up to where we want our railings to snap in, and then hopefully pull these upwards. And then get our railings snapped in like so. Now we're just gonna test this and see how it looks. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. That's what that is. Okay, this one's not going to come up. Why won't this one come up? Because I got a wall here. So we're just going to come off the side of here. It won't be accessible. What won't be accessible? I don't have a clue. That's weird. Alright. Oh, no. I got one of those dreaded trees in the way here. So looks like I'm going to use catwalks to scaffold my way over to get my snapping point in. Quarter. Corner. And a quarter. Boom. And... yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. I might have an idea. Pull. Still can't get it to go in. Okay. That's okay. We'll try breaking this wall. If something's holding us up from getting this to happen, I think it's the fact that the wall's there. Maybe it's the other wall too. We'll burn that one out as well. Now why not? why won't you go? Why are you being so difficult? You snap to the lower, but for whatever reason I can't bring it up. It says intersecting object. And it worked on the other side, but it's not working on this side. Well, I guess the other option is alright. Maybe I can whatever the reason is that I can't seem to get it to go up, I'm not sure. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to probably let's try pulling this over, snapping this one back upwards, or just pull it out altogether. No, that can't work. Shit. Alright, let me think here. This exterior one is it's wallpapered, so if I take the wallpaper off, maybe this will let me pull it up. This is an intersecting piece. It shouldn't matter because the one wall is inward. Which side's the exterior? Which side's the interior? You reckon it's the stairs? We could try it. I can always just force them back in. No, it is not the stairs that's stopping me. I'm thinking it's probably the fact that I got this double wall here. Goodness. So we're just going to take them. We're going to replace these to something that might cooperate a little better. It was the wall. Will not be accessible. Okay, let's try to go from the inside and pull these down one at a time. There we go. We got our railings in, and we got these in. I'll go ahead and remove these. These are not going to be necessary anymore. I have to change my walls back, and then build the other walls that I need to build in. And step on my pressure plate that I forgot I had right here. Alright, get rid of that. And we gotta get back, get our flamethrower back out. Unless I can just get them to go in, maybe. Would I be so fortunate? No. That was very naive of me. Alright. That in. And then this in. Alright. And so, here's one thing I'm thinking. I'm thinking of putting glass in these walls instead of, because they have no glass in them. So, what I'm thinking here is we're going to build up 2 half walls here. And we're going to put a window. We're going to put glass inside of the shack wall to have glass in our front windows. So those are going to get burned out, and then the shack walls are going to go in, and we're going to have windows in them. After we repair them, we'll replace the halves to glass. Alright. Not yet. It's actually coming along pretty well, and I think it's actually going to look really good. I think this is going to come. This is going to be a keeper. This camp is going to be a freaking keeper. I think this is looking really, really good. My big concern is when I get up to the second floor and tying it all together, how it's all going to look. But yeah, for the most part, this is coming together nicely. It's coming together real nice. But yeah, not too bad, not too bad. This porch is really nice. I'm really, really digging this porch out to get going here. Um, but I have to take a brief intermission. I've got to go use the little boy's room. Whatevs. I gotta use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Probably less than 3 minutes, so won't be long. Be right back, y'all. All right, catching up on chat. Let's see. Cause 28100. That looks promising like always, but it seems you don't like to use free cam mode. Um, I I became accustomed over the years of building that I always use first person. That's just how I've always done it. And switching over to free cam, I use it in times of necessity, but most of the time I just stick to what I know, stick to what I'm good at, and it works for me. So we all have our own ways of going about things. Let's see. The rest is just regular conversation in the chat. So, anywho's, yeah, alright. Now, let's see. I need to get extensions in right here. There's a small chance that the extensions will possibly... No, they're not. So I have to remove this wall temporarily. And we have to go ahead and get our extensions in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up about... Let's see... 3, 4... That should cover me on the height of the build. Because from up here we're going to have another floor in. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to angle off with our roof. So that should cover us there. And this is 3 across, so we're going to have to do some custom work with the roof to get it to go right. That's going to be alright though. We'll get it. I'll probably scaffold from the exterior out here to build up my roof and then shove it on through, hopefully. Probably from this end where I have a little more room to work. Could be kind of tricky getting it to go in, but yeah. To get this wall back in, all I have to do is burn this piece of foundation, or wavy willard stone wall long. Burn that out. It'll make the entire fireplace disappear, and then we can build the interior walls where we need them and build up with everything else that we need to build intersecting. Alright, so let's just go ahead and throw down a stash box, which I'm sure I've got one stored here. Yes, I do. And get our flamethrower on top. This is going to get our front windows in and... or get our wall in that we got to put in. And just put that away. Alright. Now we need to go over to our wall that's going to go in here. It's going to be this window with the shutters. And then I'm going to try to grab a hold of these halves and repair them. And we're going to replace them over to the glass. Which I don't know why I'm not saving budget and using the mine wall trick to do this. Oh wait, I know why I'm not doing that, because they won't let me overlap snapping points. So yeah, we're going to continue with halves here. It's like, come to think of why I'm not doing it. Oh yeah, that's why I'm not doing it. So on the shutter side, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our wallpaper on. I don't know what wallpaper I want on the interior yet, but I'm just going to use the regular old school wood paneling for that. We'll open our shutters here. We got glass in our windows, and on the interior we got our wallpaper, and that'll work nicely. For this, now I need to go ahead and change this back to the walls that I had here and wallpaper them. And we had the stone, so we're going to stone on the interior, stone on the exterior. And that's got that. So stepping back, you can see got a little mix between the stone and the shack walls. Now there's a small issue with the shack walls here. You can see in the gaps of the shack wall, you can sort of see the glass kind of shining through. It's not ideal, but it's passable. It'll work. It'll work for now. It'll work just fine. So yeah. That's where we're at now. Coming to the interior. Let's go ahead and get some floors here. Make sure we get the rotations right. All the rotations are matching. Alright. Everything's good here. Alright. Okay. I wonder though. Let me see here. Now if I do this here, and I want to have a room upstairs, but I also kind of want to have this open here where the fireplace is. So I haven't quite figured out where I want to put all of my stairs and have all this tie together. This being by 3, I could, in theory, have the stairs back here against this wall. And I do want to have the stairs flush up against the wall. But I also want to have them supporting the upper floor. So I'm thinking maybe, possibly, trying to come in a quarter right here. And putting up a wall that's freestanding right here. And then covering up the gaps somehow. I'm not sure how all this is going to work yet. I don't know yet. Figuring out the interior layout is going to be challenging on this. And then over here we're going to have another porch. And then stairs coming off of that porch. And probably the same situation we did over here with these railings, which I can't jump over now. But having railings like this over on the other side over there. Yep. Thinking using the dark laminate on the deck up here. That could work really well. And then defenses. And then railings we're going to use here. So I might use these. These look kind of nice. Oops, get back into that build camera. Let's take a step back and look at it here. Those railings look alright. I mean, after all, we're trying to go for a bit scrappy, a little bit of a scrappy build here. So this can work. This could work. It works for me. And it's... Come on, get along, kitty cats. Good lord. Alright. Yeah. It's amazing the amount of time that we spent on this, and this is all we've got. But yeah, this is usually how it goes with me in building. I spend forever on every little detail. Yeah, and then up here, this is going to be kind of fun, getting this upper part. So, thinking once again, we're going to have, you know, continuing up with this, having windows up here. And wherever the door is going to be, whether I do the door right here. Well, this is where it's going to be fun, because we've got 3 wide, and I'm going to do a clean, there's going to be a clean A-frame up here. So I've got to, yeah, my cats are wrestling around over there. All right. So this has got to go up kind of like so. But I want to have these be... I want to have these in glass. I'm not sure where I want the line to be. Do I want to go up another half and then start it right here? Using, say, you know, our slanty boys here. Have, like, glass. But... how in the hell am I going to do this? Because I need to have these overlap. Now, I might be able to get them to overlap using the flip feature, where I can flip them in the other direction. Break them, and then somehow get them to snap in. So like get one in, then do the flip. And then that's going to be glass, but then that is going to end up intersecting down inside the window. So that's going to be an issue. But I really want to have that glass, like, for y'all that are coming in kind of late, the game plan here is to build something like this prefab. You see how the front of the house is? We've got that triangular. Now, obviously, it's not going to be as sloped upwards because I can't build that pitch using the standard roofs that we have. It's going to be a shallower pitch. But having the glass window along the top line. That's kind of the game plan here. And trying to figure out how to do that and have the glass in the windows below. The thing is with the glass slanted walls, you've got that really thick frame. As you can see right here, this really thick frame on the bottom of it. And if I merge that in right here, as you see where they overlap, that thick frame is going to be coming through the window. Now I can raise it up and do a custom height, perhaps. That could be the answer here. But then I've got to merge in some other bits. I've got to merge walls on the side to offset this. And that's probably going to be the way it has to be done, is with a custom height. Needless to say, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be pretty darn challenging to get this in the way I want it. And yeah, that's going to be a lot of work. And maybe we'll be able to get to it today on stream. Maybe not. It's 12:50, so I've got some time. But the thing is, I have to get another crazy thing about this is I've got to get the roof built and got to get the roof in at height before I can build these walls. And the scaffolding to get these walls up in here, that's going to be kind of challenging too. And I do all this stuff off snapping points. So yeah, this is going to be interesting for sure. And then repeating this on the back side, and then in all of that, figuring out how the interior is going to lay, how the interior is going to have, how the interior layout is going to play, and where things are going to be. Like maybe I could do my stairs over here. This could be a good place for the stairs, actually. Come to think of it, you know, something. I don't have any good log cabin stairs. Kind of a bummer. I don't really know which stairs to use. I mean, I could use these. I use these in a lot of things, but it's really all I got. I don't like the steel steps, but it's just what I have. I could have my stairs go up right here, and then have the upper floor come in over here, turn, and then have bedroom upstairs. I don't know. We'll have to see how it works out. Let's go ahead and get some more floors in here real quick, just to see how all this is going to look together. Alright. Now, see how that's going to look on the interior coming in. I mean, it sort of works. I guess it works for me. Kind of wanted to have something a little more open on the interior, but I need to have room up here to actually build some bedrooms, and also have this kind of open area here. I could get a bedroom and a bathroom in right here, kind of float in some walls, kind of at a quarter offset to line up with this doorway, and then have, you know, the bedroom be 1 1/4 by 2, and then a bathroom that's 1 1/4 by 1 on this back side, and then have like a little study right here. That could work really well. And then you know, just everything else. And then working out the railings that are going to go up there, and all that other good stuff. Yeah. The real challenge is just getting it all done, and then everything else that goes with it. There's going to be a lot of setting custom heights from the exterior here off of foundations, snapping a foundation, and then Custom height on the exterior. And stepping back, it's gonna look. I think it's gonna look really good when it's done. But you know, the issue is, you know, getting to that point when it's done, finishing it. Yeah. All right. Got a lot left to do on this one, and it's almost 1 o'clock. I'm really hungry. I think I want to go eat, but I do want to get more done on this. But yeah, I tell you what, we got a pretty generous amount done today. I did start streaming extra early. I'm not sure how long we've been at it this afternoon, but probably close to 3 hours if I recall right. So I tell you what, I want to thank everybody who's come out to watch the stream today. I do appreciate all of you. Everybody who engaged in chat, hanging out. You know, it's been great. If you came in late, be sure to go back and rewatch the stream. Go back to the beginning and kind of catch everything that kind of got us to this point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this camp as it is. I'm going to leave it alone. And for real, I'm going to leave this one alone. Unlike the last time I said I was going to finish a camp on stream, and I went on and did everything off stream. But this one, 100%, I'm going to do this one all on stream. So where we are leaving off today, I will pick up the next time I stream, when I do get the chance to stream. I might stream again tomorrow. It's up in the air. I could have some errands I got to run and whatnot. But for sure, we will continue this build on stream, and you'll have everything for you to replicate this build on your own. Or if you want to go ahead and take what I've built today as the foundations of the beginning of your next build, if you want to replicate this build and do something on your own with it, take the tips and tricks that I've got on showcase here today and build something completely original for you. That would be absolutely awesome. So, and by all means, if you do come up with something, you drop a YouTube video, drop a comment. You know, feel free to, like, if you've got a YouTube channel that you've got, if you're a budding builder and you've got some videos you put out, you know, I'll gladly come over and watch your showcases. You know, if you want to drop links to your videos in my comment section on my videos, I'll gladly come over and check out what you got. So do that. I'd love to see what you got. But anyways, I say but anyways. So yeah, until next time, y'all. I do appreciate every one of you. Thanks for coming out, checking out the stream. This has been StoleYaSweetroll on a lovely Tuesday afternoon build and chill live stream. I want y'all to have a wonderful day, and till next time, let me get my character here. Happy building, everyone. We'll see you later.